Hello, hello, hello. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to some more Victoria 3 and a new ModKutz session here. But first, let's make sure everything's working here. Hello, me. Hey, right back at you, buddy. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Hey, Just Said Harris, what's up? What's up, my friend? Good to see you. Hello, Professor Kutz and friends. So very good to see you. I'm looking forward to these Prime ModKutz. Yeah, that's right. It's always fun to do one of these ModKutz sessions because I don't get to do it often. It's only when we're in that in-between stage between the end of a run and a new DLC coming out. Hey, Lauren, what's up? What's up? Good day, Ham. I hope you're doing well. I'm really excited. Yes, nice. Good to see you, my friend. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing well. Yeah, first off, apologies for the silence because so this mod has unique music in the main menu. And I don't know if it's copywritten or not, so I decided to just mute the music for the start menu. But when we get into the game, the regular Victoria 3 music will play. It's a cool song. If you use this mod, definitely check it out. The silence is kind of zen. Yeah, better to be safe. Yeah, one of the early ModKutz sessions I did, I forget which one, but the mod came with all unique music. I was like, oh, this is so cool. I streamed it, and then later on YouTube was like, you got like 45 copyright pings. And I had to spend, like, actually, it was about like 2 hours going through YouTube's editor to like cut out the background music. So now I'm just like, if it's unique music, I'm not dealing with it. But we are playing with the Basileia Romaion. Oh my god, no matter how much I practice that, of course the first time I say it here I get it wrong. Basileia Romaion 1736 mod. And so the link to it, the link to its Steam Workshop page is in the description. So check it out. It is an alternate history mod that starts the game in 1736. So let's get to the map and we can talk a little bit about what this mod is setting up here. So you can see too, yeah, they have like unique objectives and everything. We'll start the mod. It's really cool. It is a massive total conversion mod with tons of content, and it was updated for update 1.12 because remember when update 1.12 came out, all previous mods were now bricked, and all mods had to update themselves, and so this one fully updated to it. So you can see here our map. And there's a lot of lore for this mod because it's an alternate history one. And so the full account of the lore is on their Discord page. If you go to the Steam Workshop page, it'll have a link to their Discord page. But the general premise here is that obviously the Basileia Romaion Empire here is king. One of the major world-changing things is that the ancient Romans in real life had started to discover steam power, but it was lost with their empire. And in this world, it hasn't been fully lost in the modern era, or much earlier than our current era. They've kind of rediscovered steam power, and so steam power has started much earlier here. Oh, is this similar to that Kaiserreich thing, different history, etc.? Oh, maybe. I don't know that one. Maybe. Hey, Nudfolder. Hello. How do you recommend? Do you recommend this if I played Victoria 2 a bit, but found it clunky, janky, and outdated, and didn't know what I was doing anyway? Yeah, I actually have never played Victoria 2. One of these days, I want to go back and play it. But what I have heard consistently from people who have played Victoria 2 and come to Victoria 3 is that it's very, very different. Very, very different. So, yeah, if you found Victoria 2 a bit clunky and janky, you might not find that to be the case with this. Highly, highly recommend this one. Highly, highly recommend it. Kaiserreich is a total conversion for Hearts of Iron 4, where the Germans win World War I. Same world, but diverging paths. Yeah, I mean, that alternate history isn't part of this, but this is kind of in that vein where it is like alternate history. So some of the things are this North Sea, and so like Great Britain never really forms. Norway, there's like a union between Norway, Sweden, and Finland. They became the North Sea Empire. So you have the English lords, but the North Sea Empire kind of took over the islands here. The Iberian Muslims won the power struggle, so most of Iberia is all in Al-Andalus. And I can't speak today. Then there's a whole bunch of cool stuff over here. Long before this starts, the Vikings did create an actual holding here in North America, so Vinland still exists today. I forget the details of this one, Elysium, but basically there were like a bunch of Europeans who fled, I believe it was the Holy Roman Empire, settled here, and then created this. A bunch of English people fled down here and created New England. Oh yeah, the Godwinsons were revolting quite often against the North Sea Empire. Once they finally lost, they fled down here. So there is a whole bunch of alternate history stuff for this, and it's all outlined in their Discord. Very cool stuff. Hey, Super Frank, what's up? What's up? I refuse to accept a reality where I would be Bavarian. Yeah, right. Ruh-roh. Or maybe more reason to start this mod and correct history. Correct the alternate history. That's funny. Hey, LaPlace, what's up? What's up? Good morning. Good morning. How are you doing? Aren't Bavarians just, want to be Austrians? Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Aren't Bavarians just want to be Austrians? No. Yeah. I was going to say, oh, no. Shots fired to Super Frank. No. That's what Super Frank would be like. Hell yeah. You're good. Awesome. Aren't Austrians just want to be Australians? Or maybe the other way around. So one of the countries that they have unique content for is Saxony, and that's who we're going to be playing with. So all of like the North German content has been given over here to Saxony. So let's get started. We get some music going finally. Oh wait, why is the master at 50? There we go. Alright. Now I feel like I gotta look at my sound level here. Alright, that's good. Alright, so we're starting off as Saxony. To be fair, I would move to Australia if I had the opportunity. As an Australian. Oh, yeah, that's right, Lauren. I forgot you are an Australian. Strike my last comment. As an Australian, it's pretty sweet down here. Oh, who's the leader of the North Sea Empire? Yeah, let's take a look here. Frederick Sigurdsson. A Dane. So I guess maybe the Danes are in the lead here of the North Sea Empire. Oh yeah, look at that. So Denmark is the North Sea Empire. Norway is a subject. Sweden is not. But Finland is a subject of Sweden. Interesting stuff. Alright, so what do we have going on here? Let's take a look at our country. So we are led by Otto Ludolfing. He's reserved. Alright. So we clearly don't have voting rights yet. There are laws. We got monarchy, oligarchy, national supremacy. State religion, it was mentioned somewhere that there is a mechanic here to change your state religion. So that'll be interesting if we can get to that. Oh, we have a feudal hegemony. So we got some social classes here. Feudalism. So we might need to tackle that. Fair dinkum mate. Have you pegged the goon back? Bloody oath. Let's go to the server and get smugglers, mate. Oh my god, I love it. I love it. All right. Oh, yeah, what was the translation of that? I'm being honest. Have you messed with the wine casket? Damn straight. Let's go to the service station and buy some swimmers. Amazing. All right, so we're on agrarianism, mercantilism. We got to get off of this and everything here. So we're on tenant farmers. We're on agrarianism, so that's not a bad start. I would like to try to unite Germany, so at some point... Oh, what is this mixed military? A standing corps of professional soldiers forms the heart of the army, bolstered in times of need by vast levies drawn from the feudal estates. This model blends discipline with sheer numbers, balancing quality and quantity. Okay. Okay. So we get 50 max barracks levels with 57 battalions. So yeah, I feel like it's kind of a better version of peasant levies here. So maybe we want to go to that. We can go to per capita taxation. We have quite a few buildings. Let's get off of local police force. Since aristocrats are getting some political strength from it, we'll go to dedicated police force. So we'll start with this. Let's take a look at our states. Our capital is Saxony, with Hanover being our capital. We got a lot of peasants. Now, we don't have cotton plantations, so livestock ranches are going to be the thing. So we'll eventually need to get some colonies, but for now, this is our main source other than trading. Also, yeah, I forgot too, horses are a resource in the game. We can see that I guess they're part of a bunch of different PMs here. Like here. So let's go to this. Well, we'll do a global change on that stuff. Now, interestingly, we start with 15 construction points, but we don't have any construction sectors. So, we start with 15 points, so that's interesting. Oh, hey, Maximilian, what's up, what's up? Imagine playing a specific mod for our history and playing Saxony instead. Yeah, well, the problem is in this mod, we don't usually play as great powers in the game. So that's why I didn't play with them down here. All right, what else do we have? We have Elb. We got Hamburger Hafen down here. We got this. We got some people with some peasants. Yeah, same old resources. What were the resources here? Now, we do need to discover resources as well, so these aren't all set. So Brunswick, we got some people. We got quite a few here. We got some gold, which is nice. Anhalt, got the Elbe River. We got a lot of peasants. Okay, and then lastly, we have Brandenburg. Brandenburg. All right, so let's get some construction going. We're gonna do it in our capital state here. What is... So we have 17. We need a little bit more. So we'll build 2 more here. We've got the PMs going. We've got tools. And we've got an abundance of them. Oh yeah, here's some of those PMs. So it's some labor saving with horses. Yeah, we need a lot more. Oh, a lot more here. What? Oh, we don't have sawmills. So we need blister steel. So that's the first thing we're going to have to go for here. So yeah, there's all different, all new techs mixed in with the current ones. Looks like a fun mod. Yeah, this looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. So blister steel will be the first thing we go for. I go eat a pizza. I might be back later. Okay, awesome. Hope to see you later, my friend. Hey, Andre, what's up? Greetings, Ham. Judging by the date, this is a mod for Victoria. Yes, we're playing with the Basileia Romaion 1736 mod. Could you tell me what the strategic objective of this campaign is and what constitutes the victory condition for this playthrough? Well, so since this is just a ModKutz run, I will just be doing this mod for this session right now and then tonight's session. So we don't really have a victory condition. I would like to see how far we can get to German unification. I doubt we'll get all the way through German unification in just 2 sessions, but that's what we're aiming for. We probably, I don't know if we have enough time for it, but we'll try it. Or is there no specific goal, just for fun? It's mainly for fun. We have a goal that we are prepared to not get to, I guess we could say. All right. So we'll do prospecting next, because this will give us some resource discovery chance. We'll get some extra mines throughput. So I want to get down to intensive agriculture so that we can get more wool or more fabric from our livestock ranches. So we're going to go through... Oh, you know, actually, why don't we do the railroad sooner rather than later? So we'll do that. And then next, because we're going to be doing some military stuff, I want to be able to get to general staff. So I'll click these, but we might very well have tech spread on this stuff by the time we get there. Oh, and then paddle steamer. And then we'll go for general staff. So that's good for tech. But yeah, for now, we can't use any tools here. And we need... Well, actually, I should check the construction sector and see if they've changed. No, okay, it's still the same. 25 fabric, 75 wood. So we're like 110 short. We build 1, that'll give us 30. So that'll cover the deficit. So we're just gonna max it out here. Are these mods made for 100 years or until 1936? That's a good question. I feel like they said it on the Steam page. Let me double check. So it says it's fully playable up to 2036. So there you go. So it's 1736 to 2036. Though judging by the tech, yeah, judging by the tech, it's pretty much the tech that ends in regular Victoria 3. So we have this stuff going. When we're done with that, we'll add our construction sectors. Oh, we have an embassy building here we can do. Now, the other thing to keep in mind here is we can import stuff. So maybe we build the construction sector sooner rather than later. You know what we'll do? Let's get our... Yeah, here's what we'll do. We're in a deficit right now by 110. So we need 4 logging camps to fix the deficit. So let's do 4 logging camps to get even. Then we'll add the construction sectors. And then we'll use the added construction to build the rest of the logging camps. Seems like your PC will turn into a space heater at the end of a run. Yeah, it does, actually. It does. Like, sometimes this room, especially when I have the door closed, is much warmer than when I leave the room. And I think it's because of the computer running these grand strategy games. All right, I think we're ready to unpause here. Oh, let's just do some road maintenance here. And then we'll throw some social mobility down. Oh, actually, for now, we'll encourage the resource industry, get a little bit of throughput in our logging camps going. We need some generals. Yeah, well, this will be our main army here. Oh, an authoritarian. Oh, interesting. I didn't notice the military called the Stratocrats. So pretty much all authoritarians. So, okay, fine. We'll take this guy. We need an offensive person. So we'll take this guy. And then this one will be our offensive. Moderate. So we'll take the moderate one here. Let's move everybody around. So I want all of these guys over here. And then I want the little boom cannons over there. And let's make sure we have 20 and 12, 27 and 10. Perfect. All right. I think we're ready. Away we go. Is your base 50 tech research speed the same? Maybe they tried to slow it down that way. Oh, yeah. What is our... No, base is still 50. So it looks like this stuff is the same. Though, we have public academia. Well, I don't know what the tech is, but I do know we can do universities. And we're probably going to need some of those. So you know what? I'm going to try to be so unham and get this going everywhere. At least one everywhere. Which actually would be good. We'll get ourselves some qualifications, seeing as how we're starting off with this hit to all these qualifications. We really need to get off of this sooner rather than later. Oh! We got a new king. Our king died. So, Otto Ludfing, same name, it looks like. Oh, he's part of the Stratocrats. He's meticulous. Nice, extra bureaucracy, institution size change, so we'll take that. In Victoria 3, I tend to create demand prior to supply. Works out for me. Do you do the same? So for me, specifically with the construction sectors, it depends on the country I am. If I'm a larger power and I have a good interest rate, like our interest rate's 18%. If I was a much larger country and I had an interest rate closer to like 10%, I would create the demand for construction first and create the construction sectors. I would rather, though, since we have such a high interest rate, I don't necessarily want to hit debt just yet. Now, I am going to create the demand for these construction sectors before I build the inputs, really. But I would like the current demand to be level before I create the additional demand for the construction. But again, if I was a larger power, a lower interest rate, then I probably would have just started with these construction sectors. And if I'm a, like, unrecognized power, like, what are we right now? We're a minor power, yeah. If I was, like, a regional power or something like that, I would build all this stuff before I did the construction. So for me, it really just depends on where our ranking is. Damn, there are 13 great powers. Victoria 3 is really one of their best games. Can't wait for the Great Wave content. Yeah, amen to that. I agree. This is clearly my favorite Paradox game. It's so good. And yeah, the next week, the Great Wave and update 1.13 is going to be amazing. I'm actually really excited for the ship designer. I never use that mechanic in any other Paradox game, but for some reason I'm like really pumped to try that out. Oh hey, Jonasur, hello, how are you? Are you perhaps planning to form Greater Germany or German Empire only? To be honest with you, I don't think we're playing this mod for this session right now, and then the session tonight that I'm going to do. I don't know if we'll be able to actually form Germany, so yes to both. Greater Germany, if I was going to do a full run, Greater Germany would be my goal. But we'll see how far we can get. If I buy this, what DLCs do I need? Sphere of Influence and House of Commerce, yeah, or Charters of Commerce. Charters of Commerce is definitely one you want to get. So you want to get that one. Sphere of Influence is a very good one too. It adds some additional mechanics. So definitely those two. Man, what else would I say? See, the cool thing about this game is all game mechanics are free. So there's no game mechanic that's hidden behind a DLC. The DLCs add additional content to the game mechanics. So Charters of Commerce is a big one. Sphere of Influence is a big one. Voice of the People adds a bunch of stuff for agitators. I wouldn't say that's top of the list, but it does add stuff. Agitators are an important element. To be honest with you, actually, it sounds like the Great Wave next week is going to be the third one you have to get. Because that's going to be very good. National Awakening and Iberian Twilight. I very much liked National Awakening and the cultural fervor mechanics. I kind of forget what was part of the free update and what was paid for. But there was a lot of really cool stuff that came out with National Awakening, so I might recommend that one, but I'd have to double check what's free and what's not. But I would say the definites are Charters of Commerce, Sphere of Influence, and I'm assuming the Great Wave next week is going to be one, without having played it yet. But all the new naval mechanics, it sounds like is going to be something that you're going to want. Well, the theme is set in Napoleonic era. I wonder how it will become an easy path. I don't think it will be an easy path, because, yeah, we have the Holy Roman Empire here to battle. We need to build up our military. In fact, let's slow it down a second here. Who is rivals with the Holy Roman Empire? So they consider us. We should set them as one. The North Sea Empire. So let's start getting good with them. Oh, we already are. Can we get... Ooh, military assistance would be very nice. Oh, do we already have a defensive pact? You know, I should have checked the treaties. I should have checked the treaties. Ah, okay. So we have a defensive pact with the North Sea Empire. That's very nice. But they also want to give us military assistance, so we'll definitely want to take that. You know what? For now, we'll just take that. For 25 years. Victoria 3 is the first PDX game after CK2 where I bought every DLC on time. Haha, yeah, nice. I'm behind in CK3, but I'm catching up slowly. That's kind of me with CK3 and Victoria 3. I started CK3 when it first came out, and so I've just been accumulating DLC, and Victoria 3 as well. So CK3 and Victoria 3 are really the only Paradox games where I have like all the DLC. Everything else, I just kind of do the subscriptions when I'm playing it. Sounds expensive. Yeah, well, see, that's the thing, though. The real answer is you don't need any of the DLC. I think it's one of the cool things the devs of this game have done, where they said they want the entry point for players to be the same. They don't want you to have to spend $1 million on DLC in order to enjoy the game. So the real answer to your question is you don't need any DLC. Oh, we can get a company. Now, I would recommend Charters of Commerce. If you're going to do one DLC, Charters of Commerce would be a good one. And then beyond that, I think you can just play the game and see what you like. So you can kind of take it like that. I'm more fond of Victoria 3 Cold War era mod. I was considering doing that one. I was thinking about it. Because the last time I was able to do a ModKutz run, that one... Oh, this is the only one we can do. The last time I was going to do a ModKutz run, that one wasn't working at the moment. So I think the next time I come back around to ModKutz, a mod run, I might do that one. Okay. So this might be a good one for us. Although, yeah, because we could use the additional throughput in all of our livestock ranches. Though this looks like a very good one for us. Oh yeah, we're not going to be able to do this one though. Okay. Now the paper company, always a good choice. It gives us a prestige good. We do get a prestige good with this one. I might take the fabrics one and then lean into the textile mills. Oh, look at this. How do we not take this? Birth rate, radicals. Maybe we'll take that one next. Also a good one here. Oh, but we don't have the land for that one. Yeah, I don't think we're going to be able to start colonizing for a little bit, so I kind of want to take this and start getting some throughput on our livestock ranches here. Get a prestige good, and then get some textile mills going. So we're going to take this. Alright, so let's take a look. Our executive... Hey, Maximilian! Maximilian von Richthofen. Alright, so we get plus 5% throughput. So added mortality for these livestock ranches. Or no. If we had cotton plantations, it would. Or no. I don't think this will affect our ranches, actually. But it also is not going to give us extra throughput. Alright. Let's add textile mills. And that'll be good for now. Oh, hold on one second. Oh, despite many efforts on the part of the government to successfully revive dedicated police force from its present imbroglio, the law has come to be regarded as nothing but an inevitable failure. I didn't realize we got down to 0 on that. It is if you buy it in one go, but if you keep up and buy as it has been released, yeah, then it's not too bad. I tend to buy 1 or 2 every few months, especially on sale. Yeah, well, and right now you have Volume 3, the Volume 3 thing going for Victoria 3. So I think it's worth it to get the Volume 3 because you're going to get all 3 DLCs for the next year. And I think the Great Wave is going to be a very important one to have anyway. So maybe just go for that. I still remember Scandinavians have the best units against Napoleonic French. Oh, nice. I want to love this game so bad, but I suck at it. Oh, wait. Oh, hello there. Aaron Ballo. Hello. Yeah. I know what you mean. But eventually, I feel like with Victoria 3, and this, I think this is kind of the case with a lot of Paradox games, there's just kind of a moment where it all clicks. It's like you work at the game, and then suddenly one day you're just like, oh man, okay, I see what the game loop is here. Like I had that moment with Victoria 3. I feel like I had that moment with EU5. So I think there just comes a point where the game just finally clicks. So you just gotta have to keep at it. Oh, look at this, spices. And we have a shortage of it. Where are we getting spices from? I imagine that would be a luxury item. Only from trade. And we need more of it. Do we need the production method? So we're kind of short right now. Let's take a look at the food industries. Spiced food. If we do this, yeah, we'll lose a lot of groceries. So how about what is alcohol or liquor? We have a surplus of it. Let's set everyone to bake. Let's set... Yeah, we'll kind of specialize this stuff. The ones making liquor won't use spices. The ones that are will use spices. This should level out our spices. We can actually afford more, so... These guys would need 13 spices. These guys would need 5. So we'll do that. And that will level out the spices here. Alright. And so for now, we won't get that. That hits. EU5 I'm trying real hard to get into, but even with my Vicky 3 experience, it's extremely intimidating. I know exactly what I feel. I feel like I was like that for a very long time with EU5. I feel like it's finally clicked, but... And I think it's mainly because the way that money goes from your location to your actual government pockets is much different from the way that functions here in Victoria 3, and I think that takes a little bit of time to get used to. Iranian Revolution of 79 destroyed my economy despite being out of Middle Eastern country. Yeah, paper mills is good because it is Napoleonic era. Yeah, paper mills will be very beneficial. I think mainly because we are gonna... I know generally in the German states, because you have no access to cotton plantations, fabric ends up being a little bit of an issue. And we don't have colonial exploitation, or we don't have a colony law yet, so we can't create colonies. So our main source of fabric, I don't want to like plug up all our trade centers with fabric. So for now, I think a fabric focused company will be beneficial to us. All right, 2 more of these logging camps, and then we can finally expand this stuff. I don't know, I have 100 hours, but my main problem is no matter what I build or what I do, my GDP won't grow. Ah, okay. So there's a couple things that could be going on if you're building buildings but GDP isn't growing. For one, so keep in mind your GDP is based on your output goods, right? So you're basically calculating the price in a like kind of crude nutshell, the price of your goods based on what their price in the market is. Remember, if your building isn't fully hired, you're not going to get the GDP, because you need to actually be producing these goods in order to get it counted to the GDP. So looking at employment in the buildings is helpful for that. Keep in mind too, any good that's used as an input in somewhere else is not counted to GDP. So we're making 154 units of wood here, and they have a certain price, but 57 of those units don't count towards our GDP because they're being used as an input in this building. That's usually, well, it's too early in the game for us to see, but in your GDP graph, sometimes you'll see those like sharp drops and then it goes back up. Those sharp drops are usually when you changed production methods, and then you suddenly had a bunch of goods not counted towards GDP. It's still good to use the production methods though, because it makes the buildings ultimately more productive. So I would say if you're building buildings but your GDP isn't increasing, it very well might be an employment problem. Make sure your buildings are fully employed. And it might be the buildings you're building. You know, tooling workshops are great, but tools are used in a lot of other buildings. And so creating these like final goods, like paper goods, groceries, glass, textiles, furniture, that kind of stuff will really grow GDP, because those are kind of like final products. Oh, speaking of which too, our budget is doing really good here. Let's take advantage of it. Oh, maybe not that much. We'll take these consumption taxes off. Get a little bit more authority. Oh, although now we're in the negative. I should have paid more attention to what that was. Yeah, we'll tax the luxury goods. And we'll bump these guys down. All right. So, how can we expand? Through capitalism, are you going to make your people rich so you can expand your territory through business and trading? I think generally in this game, it is always good to make your people rich, increase standard of living. Increasing standard of living increases the basket of goods your pops are buying. And so it creates more demand for your more expensive goods, which allows you to build more of those buildings. But we're going to have to take land through military conquest or something. So we need to expand our military at some point here. Hey, ran so far away. Hello, hello. How are you? What is this flag? This is Saxony. We're using a mod here. And so it's an alternate history mod. So we are starting off as the country of Saxony. All right, so let's take a look at some of these journal entries we got here. The Pomerania question must be resolved before German unification can seriously be considered. The Pomerania question is currently occupying the thoughts and energies of the German nationalists. In order for Germany to progress towards national unification, the German people of Pomerania must first be liberated from their Swedish overlords. Yes, so controls part of Pomerania and Mecklenburg. And no non-German country may own or control part of the state. So we need to do this. Actually, let's take a look real quick at how this is going. Yeah, so we need to be a... Oh, we are a major power. So we need to get to pan-nationalism before we can even do this. In the midst of the debate surrounding dedicated police force, one of the country's leading playwrights, strongly associated with the Stratocrats, has staged a widely acclaimed play whose politically laden theme makes no secret of the author's desire for the law to be passed. Yeah, we'll take the success chance on this one. I will say Victoria 3 is much easier as a great power. Yeah, as you have enough of an economy up and running and raw capital to actually get things running. As a small middle-sized power, it's a lot more difficult. And I think one of the main difficulties, or one of the main things that makes being a great power easier, is your interest rate. You have a much lower interest rate. When you have a much higher interest rate, you need to really make sure you don't go into debt. When you start as a great power, you can go into debt a little bit and it's kind of okay. Although we are a major power, so we're not quite small. We're not bad, actually. But yeah, if you're starting lower than major power, it is a difficult start. Oh, what do we have here? Okay, interesting. Sweden wants a defensive pact. Oh, but they want us to pay for it. Yeah, how about no? But... Yeah, no, because we're going to have to go to war with you guys at some point, so we're going to say no on that. I guess taking Prussia and Polish land are good practice of expansion. Yeah. Yeah, like, before we take on the Holy Roman Empire, we're going to try to expand this way so that we can get more land, build up ourselves. Oh, you know, I didn't notice, so there is a Prussia. And they're a subject of Poland-Lithuania. Poland-Lithuania is a great power, so we're not going to go after them. So, like, we'll go after... Oh, Bohemia. It's a minor power. So we might first try to take Bohemia, Silesia, and Maizu first. Then look to Pomerania, because I imagine... Oh, we're actually pretty evenly matched with Sweden. We do need to get off of peasant levies before we start conquering anybody, though. I see now. I did not recognize Europe. Now I see it's 1717. Yeah, so... or 1737. Yeah, so we start in 1736, and on top of that, it's an alternate timeline. So we can kind of take a look at the map again here. It's a very cool mod. Alright, we got a war going on here. What are the war goals here? Yeah, the HRE is going to be a bit of an issue here. Man, it has taken us some time to get through dedicated police force here. Oh! We got our construction sectors up and running. So fabric is not great, so hopefully we can get our company to start building some stuff. What is this? Oh, we have a subject. Whoops. We have one. Okay. Klein Venedig. Where are they? Whoa. Oh! I had no idea. Oh, so what do they have here? Ah, of course they don't have a cotton plantation. That would have been helpful. But we do have a bunch of this stuff here. Two things that'll be mobilization options for us. There's malaria in South America here. Okay. Okay, that's good to know. So who is putting money in the investment pool here? Okay, so our company headquarters is second, though, by a lot. But they should be able to start building some stuff for us. Yeah, invest there. Yeah, absolutely, we will invest there. Although they don't have a lot of people. But it'll still be useful. But I want to make sure our construction doesn't start bogging us down. Where are we on our tech here? We really need this. So we can get the sawmills. Fabric is super expensive. What do we have going on here? A drought. Minus 21% throughput in the ranches. That's such great timing. Yeah, if we can go to intensive wool, we'll get 60 more fabric. All right, law progress consideration finally. So, oh yeah, before we get all these universities, what is paper at? Let's take a look at our paper mills. So one here. Yeah, so we could use more. So one level is going to build us 45. Let's build one more because that'll cover the deficit plus some. Although we are trading away quite a bit. So let's add a small tariff on the export. Because we do want to export it, but we don't want to give all of it away. Oh, we don't need to be subsidizing the arms industry. We can definitely get rid of that. And then a port. Okay. So they have the natural harbor. We should be building more. If we built more trade centers, we wouldn't need to export it as much. Although it looks like we're not really exporting anything of value. With the recent investment in Saxony, the raw goods industry has resulted in a positive bounce for the logging camps there. Interest groups are quick to try to claim credit for this investment. Yeah, let's give it to the modernists. What do we have here that they could export? Who's giving this to us? Or is this like a new good? Because this looks like a prestige. Yeah. But who's making this? Oh, yeah, here we go. Who is this? Oh, the North Sea Empire. Do they have investment rights in us? I guess they did at one point, huh? Oh, Bohemia is trading through us. Interesting to know. All right, well, we're on our way here, but we are at the 1 hour mark here, so we do got to take a quick 90-second break, pay homage to the gods of ads here, basically run some ads, pause the game and run some ads so that we don't get We don't have to watch ads during gameplay. So, 90 seconds and we'll be right back. All right, and we're back. And we're back. Away we go. All right, so we're going to get through this build queue. You know, we're going to get rid of that one logging camp, because the thing is, in 30 months, we're going to get sawmills. And like, how much more is it going to add to us? Yeah, 207. We don't need all of these levels right now. A defensive pact with Poland, Lithuania is not bad. We give them investment rights. How about trade privileges for us? Really? All right, we'll take this. We'll try to get trade privileges. Yeah, in a separate treaty. But we would like this defensive pact. Although it would be nice to get an alliance, because we're going to be starting some stuff. Hey, just 24. What's up? What's up? How are you? Good to see you. Are you winning? I mean, you are always winning. Exactly. We're always winning if all you want to be is happy. We are neither winning nor losing. We are doing precisely as we mean to. How you doing, my friend? All right. So we'll get these universities, we'll get these paper mills, then we'll start looking. We actually, you know, we have a pretty large military. We have line infantry. Oh, they're not all line infantry, though. So what are our military goods at? So we have no artillery. So we got, where do we have the majority of our barracks? So Brandenburg, Saxony, okay. And where are the majority of our mobile artillery. So they're mainly all over here, right? How many units do we have? Oops. Yeah, let's not promote yet. So we have 10 cannon artillery. And there are... oh, 5 here. But none here, right? Oh, no, and 5... okay, fine. So let's build the artillery here. What is iron in this market here? 6. Okay. So we got the little horsey guys. You know, I forgot too, that's the other thing, having a company that'll do livestock ranches. It looks like horses are going to be very valuable here. So I have a company building us some horses. building us some horses will be helpful. So let's build an artillery foundry. Oh, I forgot hardwood. Hardwood. We need hardwood. Is this modded? Yeah. So we are playing with the Basileia Romaion 1736 mod. I feel starved of energy or motivation. Not sure, but besides that, I'm all right. Okay. Yeah. I know what you mean. Lately, too, I've been, like, just feeling, like worn out. I know how you feel. Fortunately, I don't have any helpful insights to that. Oh, we got nobody making hardwood. So you know what we're gonna do? We'll have Brandenburg build, well, you do hardwood. How much hardwood do we need? All right. And now, instead of building the artillery there, we'll build it here. And we have 5 artillery cannon people here, but we'll try to focus the rest of the production of it over here, because we already have the arms industry here. Although we don't have iron here. Yeah, Brunswick. Brunswick would be the place. So that's what we'll do. We'll do it in Brunswick. We'll build a tooling workshop here, and then we'll get some artillery going. Building horses. It sounds dystopian. Yeah, I know, right? I don't know. This kind of is dystopian at the moment with all the alternate history stuff going on. Al-Andalus wants investment rights and guarantee our independence. Yeah, we're not going to pay you money for that, though. So you can forget about that. I might take this. See what they do. No. We'll add a power block embassy to it. So let's wait for when we can resend it. May 2nd. Alright then, screw you guys. This afternoon, Jürgen Hirschfeld, leader of the Kleinberger, delivered a fiery speech advocating for the enactment of dedicated police force. So, who's this guy? Okay. No, we'll take the 15. Well, I think waking up every day to some new old drama somewhere in the world might be, yeah, one of the reasons we feel like this. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right about that. There's just too much to handle at any given time. Oh, nice. Here we are, finally. All right, our company is back in the game. Build us some more of those livestock ranches. Yeah, I know, right? It just feels like it's like every week there's some new crisis. And you know that's kind of the point. Keep everybody's head spinning. Oh, that was something between Scotland and see. I gotta learn get better acquainted with the flags. I'd like to take Pomerania here. Once we get this artillery foundry, we do need more small arms. We're not going to be able to do rifling for a little bit, so let's build 2 more. What are our mobilization options? So we have a good amount of liquor. And that's pretty much all we have. We do have... Well, why are we so short on this? Let's look at the food industries. Oh, that's right, yeah. We'll need a little bit more sugar here. They're also not fully hired. All right. So we can do liquor. Oh, look at this. Okay. Oh, horse transport. Ah, look at that. Look at that. We have horses. We have a company that can build more. So yeah, let's add horse transport. Oh, we actually can't do extra supplies yet anyway. So sugar and tobacco. Let's go over here. Oh, we don't have we don't have tobacco, but we can definitely use sugar. So we'll build that up. That'll give us the mobilization option, and then we have an earthquake. It looks like, but it didn't affect us. Oh, but we got an heir. Oh, look at this little big head guy, Valdemar Ludolfing. He's a little authoritarian. All right. So Bohemia, I'm kind of curious if we went after them. Oh, look at this order subject to attack this nation. That's kind of cool. Wait, make a protectorate. Oh, I thought we already... Okay. Interesting. So it doesn't look like anybody would really get involved if we went after them. What makes the mod unique besides the different lore? Yeah, so there's the lore, there's the map, but there's some different mechanics as well. So for one, the tech tree is very different. There's a lot of new techs so that it aligns with the time period. I saw on the Steam Workshop page, there's something where there are mechanics where you can change your state religion. There's something about infrastructure. There's a whole bunch of stuff actually. Where was it? Because that infrastructure thing was interesting. Oh, interesting. Reworked services and transportation goods, no longer local only, now limited by MAPI. Law progressed to assent, finally. Yeah, revised MAPI system. Ports, railways, rivers, and coastal geography now affect market access. Inspired by EU5. Yeah, I don't see... Yeah. There's something else in there, though. But there's quite a few things on it. This looks like one of those mods that's very deep in content, kind of like Morgan wrote it. It feels like. What is this war? Ah, damn it. They're going after Cilicia. And they're probably going to get it. So we need to take Bohemia here. Sooner rather than later. Alright, what we're going to do is... we're going to build these now. These guys are a subject of Bohemia, although so is Cilicia. So actually now might be a good time to go after Bohemia. What are they, 40 and 41? Yeah, we can pretty much take their army without even needing conscripts. We really do, though, need an artillery foundry sooner rather than later, though. God, this war will probably be over before we get this artillery foundry done. Because we're going to need about 60% more of them. Well, it's not too bad, actually. Maybe we go after it now. A mine in Saxony has collapsed, trapping miners within the dark shafts below. The scale of the accident has made the tragedy a story across Saxony and the nation. I think we might go after that now. Alright, all these guys are marginalized, so let's piss off the upper strata. I feel bad for them when the update will drop. Updating mods after a game update was mega boring in my days. Oh man, I bet. I didn't know you did mods back in the day. That's very cool. What kind of mods did you make? Alright, let's take a save. We actually haven't saved this at all yet. Let's go after Bohemia. Doesn't look like anybody will get involved. Yeah, we're not going to go after Cilicia. Moravia. Oh, I wasn't even looking at the infamy. That was stupid. But who can we possibly get in? The North Sea Empire. We might do that. Okay. How much more? Ooh, but if we want to get the North Sea Empire, we might not be able to make it primary. Okay, let's mobilize our armies. We won't call conscripts. Let's bump the military wages up. Let's bump up our taxes. We can cut the government wages down a little bit, I think. Yeah. This can go down to 8. Yeah, so let's bump the government wages down. I worked on both Southwest Fallen Republic and Star Wars Legacy of the Old Republic for Stellaris. Oh, very cool. Oh man, I gotta check those out. I've been on a real Stellaris kick the last like week and a half. And I haven't tried it yet, but I keep thinking, oh, I gotta load up one of the Star Wars mods for it and give it a try. So I'll look up that Star Wars Legacy of the Old Republic mod. Check that out then. Opposed to the arbitrary and illiberal rule of the Duke of Meissen, the Kleinberger have fallen in with the Anti-Meissen League. Oh yeah, that's fine. Because we're trying to take them over. Ooh, Bavaria sides with them. And now they don't want to help us. Why is that? No strong preference. Well, okay, so now we will call in conscripts, because now we might need it. Let's upgrade everybody here. Ooh, actually no, that was a stupid thing to do. So we don't have the small arms for them. Yeah, this was ill-timed. I should have waited until we had these extra buildings. Okay, so what we're gonna do is... Yeah, I shouldn't have upgraded the conscripts here. We'll leave the conscripts as irregular. I just kind of flood the front line. Oops. So do 40 there. Oh yeah, we're on peasant levies. Man, this is not the thing to do yet. Okay, and then we got irregular here. And 39. There we go. So raise those conscripts, raise these conscripts. What is Bavaria's military? Alright, so not too great. So hopefully nobody else is looking to get involved here. Of course, now... what if... we got investment rights in Bavaria? We'd have to go take one of their states. Honestly, actually, the money transfer might be the thing to do. Bavarian money transfer. All right, man, we're starting off with a bang in terms of infamy here. Oh, insufficient command limit. Okay. Is anybody good? No. So let's just promote you. The aristocracy, I would rather not. Pillager and cautious. Traditionalist. Yeah, let's add this guy. I generally don't want to put a defensive one in our... in here. But why not? Also, I need to distinguish these two for myself, so we're going to do this. Alright, there we go. Fallen Republic was also Star Wars. Oh, but it's abandoned now. That sucks. Oh, I think I said Southwest Fallen Republic because I hadn't read all of it. Yeah, Star Wars Fallen Republic. Laudabate success. God, we're still doing dedicated police force here. The second one... Wait, Lord of the OR is quite good, but I may be biased. Oh, of the Old Republic. Yeah. Legacy of the Old Republic. I get it. For me, I see LOTR, I'm like, oh, Lord of the Rings. We envisioned Legacy of the Old Republic as vanilla Stellaris with a Star Wars flavor. Our goal was to keep the gameplay as close to vanilla as possible so that new players have an easier time picking it up. Not sure how much of this still applies today. That's cool. Man, I'm going to try that out. Because, yeah, I've really been on a big Stellaris kick. I've even, I don't know if anybody knows of Star Trek Infinite. That was the Star Trek game that Paradox released that basically was like an elaborate mod to Stellaris to be Star Trek. But they did add some a few different mechanics for it. The game was pretty much canned the moment it came out, and then pretty much right around the time it released. I think they did like a couple, I think it was like 6 months after release, Paradox decided they weren't going to update the game anymore and kind of abandoned it. I feel like now that I've gone back to that game, I feel like that game got a bad rap. It is fun. I mean, it is basically a Star Trek mod for Stellaris. But I will say it's a very good Star Trek mod for Stellaris. So it is fun. So I've been kind of getting into that too. Maybe we'll try Star Trek Infinite on a stream at some point in time. Alright, so nobody else has got involved in this, which is nice. I think we might be able to take everybody here. The only thing that is worrisome is our money. Yeah, we can lower this again still. Ooh, although that's not going to help us very much. Yeah, see, this was not a good time to do this. I kind of got worried that Poland, Lithuania was just going to keep going. Or, well, they weren't, but others were going to keep going and take this stuff. Although I should have saved all of this possible debt for Pomerania. Poop on me for that. But Bohemia is very nice to have. Yeah, like, look at all these things. I feel like Star Trek Infinite was a niche Stellaris spin-off, and it didn't manage to capture enough players. Yeah, see, I think the problem... I've been thinking about it while I was playing it. I think the problem for Star Trek Infinite was that its only player base was going to be people who are already playing Stellaris. I don't know how many non-Paradox Star Trek fans were going to suddenly get Star Trek Infinite and then spend the time to sit and learn the mechanics, because it is still a Paradox game. Stellaris does take some time to learn, and it's not very intuitive when you first open the game, like every Paradox game. So if your main player base is going to be Stellaris, people who are already playing Stellaris, I don't think there was enough there to make people play that instead of Stellaris, unless you just really want to RP Star Trek. That being said, if you want to RP Star Trek while you play Stellaris, this is an excellent game. I think the UI is much better. They do also add a couple new mechanics in, like your ships now have like warp capabilities, so there's a different way, there's a different range that your ship can go. So there's some stuff like that, but I think that game would have been much better served if it was actually like a paid Stellaris DLC that was Star Trek Infinite. That would have, I think, made much more sense, instead of being a standalone game. But also, that being said, the game was priced pretty much the price of what Paradox DLCs are anyway. It was like $30. Oh, that war is done, so Poland took Silesia. Alright. But we're starting to make some strides here. And some people, for good reason, didn't see the point of buying a new game when they could play Star Trek and Stellaris already. I know, yeah, that was the thing too. I haven't tried out the Star Trek mods yet, but I've heard they're very good. So yeah, I guess that's the other thing. This is very odd. That being said, objectively though, it is a fun game. It is good. But yeah, I don't necessarily know what the marketing strategy for something like that was. I think that game is a failure of like the executives at Paradox. In terms of the people who made the game, I think it was done very well. I mean, I'm having fun with it. All right, so this is going well. Where are we here? Oh, man, yeah. Just crazy expensive stuff. We still haven't gotten our first tech yet. Oh, man. Okay. We really do need those extra universities. I feel like by the time we get this to this arms industry, this war is going to be done. All right. But we are moving along. We're moving along. Alright, so we got that. Alright, so we now have this, so we just got to go through the next two here. Oh, look at this, look at this. We really didn't need to call in those conscripts. They only have 24,000 troops there. You know, I wonder... I wonder if we can demobilize these guys. That'll lower the conscripts. Then if this war is still going on, we mobilize these guys without conscripts, put them on the front line, demobilize these guys. Let's take a save. This might... I don't want to ruin everything, but... Not that we're gonna save scum. We never save scum. To anybody who didn't watch the Bulgaria series, we never save scum. What we'll do is we'll take these guys off the front line first. Let's see what that does here. Because we are burning cash. Yeah, come on, come on, come on. They're retreating. Just get them. Yeah, look at that. Okay, so let's demobilize these guys. No. Alright, let's see what that does for our budget in the Monday update. Alright, a lot better, a lot better. So what we'll do is, in 85 days, we'll mobilize these guys, put them on the front line, and then demobilize these guys. But this is much better loss of money than what was happening before. You know what we'll do too for temporarily here? We'll tax services. And for the 85 days. Oh, finally! Finally, I've dedicated police force. I watched the Bulgaria series and we never save scum. Yes, see, thank you, Just 24. Exactly. See what I mean? Someone back me up on it. We did, however, have a moment where we were all lost to the void, and when we returned, we forgot what happened in the last 20 minutes. Exactly. Exactly. That's not save scumming. Not in the least. All right, let's get on a professional army here. Clearly, we need to do that. We'll lose some conscripts, but we also could always just try to go for National Guard. Oh, you know, I forgot to... Oh, we added... I'm so glad now that we added the money transfer from Bavaria. Uh-oh, what are we missing? Oh, the cannons. We're working on it, we're working on it. Eventually, we do need to get a navy going. I should give these guys a monopoly on textiles. Yeah. We'll do that. Because it pisses me off that our financial districts are building this textile mill and not our company. Saxon students sometimes use their native language in Saxon schools. Some have called for teachers to penalize the use of these languages, forcing children to speak the official language of Saxony. Oh. I guess the Kleinberger really like professional army. They're very happy, so yeah, we'll do this. Oh, insufficient command limit. So the authoritarian guy... Okay, so we'll promote you. Major General. Man, I need to do a series of German unification in regular, unmodded Victoria 3 at some point in time. Someone was speeding. Wait, what? What was that in reference to? How are we doing here? Moving along. So once we take this state, we'll set this as the strategic objective. And then we'll just go for Austria here, because we only need one of their states. Ah, 6 days, we can call these guys back up. And without conscripts, yeah, they have 32,000 troops. So let's Someone speaking Saxon. Breaking news, a fork found in the kitchen. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, hey! Oh, Joe, hello. What an entrance, Joe. Although you might have been lurking. But either way, what an entrance. Hello, my friend. Down payment on a Cat's Deli sandwich for you and the fam in New York City. I appreciate that, my friend. You are awesome. Thank you for the super chat. Very, very cool of you. How you doing? How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Oh, and my alerts are finally working, or the alert sound. I heard it. I finally fixed it. All right, woohoo! My great national nightmare is over. The alert's not working in my ear here. All right, so let's mobilize these guys. Oh man, yeah. Down payments. Cat's Deli sandwich would be great. Oh yeah, so let's set these guys strategic objective here. We don't need to have your objective set anymore. Let's get them there. When these guys are done, we'll demobilize you. You are a professional streamer again. Yeah, woohoo! You know, I have to say, I recently did my taxes. And since I had to pay taxes on the money I got from YouTube last year, it was very it was very nice to like add up all of the stuff I've spent on Steam in the last year and set that as a deduction. Because if I'm going to pay taxes on the money I earned for that, I'm going to deduct the things I had to pay to earn that money. Now, I don't think it actually resulted in me getting any bit of deduction from it, but I did add it in there, and that felt nice. In regards to professional streamer. The Saxon-Danish Association has requested that we declare a rivalry with Sweden. Sweden is a known opponent of Danish interests. Yeah, we'll do that because we're going to need to go after Sweden, but we're also going to need to go after the Danes. But yeah, sure, we'll look into that. Pretty swell. Deciding if living in Texas or Connecticut would be more beneficial for a fam. Oh, interesting. Well, yeah, I don't know much about the day-to-day life in Texas, but I do know a lot of people love living in Connecticut. There's actually quite a few people who work here in New York City and live in Connecticut because you have the Metro North line, like the train rail, that goes right to Grand Central Station. So a lot of people do that. In fact, my brother considered moving to Connecticut at one point since he works a lot in New York City. So I've heard it's nice. So yeah. A series of perceived poor decisions by the Catholic rights movement has led to a notable decrease in its ability to raise money. Numerous wealthy sympathizers have quietly halted their support for the movement in its current form. Yeah, we'll do that. By the way, I found interesting news. An Englishman disappeared after 6 months living in Italy. That people there speak Italian and are Catholics. Wait. I found interesting news. An Englishman... Oh, disappointed. Englishman disappointed after 6 months living in Italy. The people there speak Italian and are Catholics. Oh, man. Sounds like an Onion article. Isn't that great? Yeah, it's great, right? I got a kick out of it. All right, so let's demobilize these guys. Let's see what our Monday update does for us. Yeah, there we go. Laudabate success, excellent. Who'd have thought a country named Italy will speak Italian, or St. Peter and the Pope are we Catholics. Here we go. Let's zoom in a little bit. I never zoom in enough. Yeah, just at Harris, Connecticut for sure. Yep. Thinking of doing the same. Live in Connecticut and work in New York City. Yeah. And I think, I don't know for sure, so don't quote me on it, but I believe there is like a tax agreement between Connecticut and New York. And I only know this because there isn't between New York and New Jersey. Like if you live in New Jersey, work in New York, you kind of get double taxed because of it. But I think there is an agreement between Connecticut and New York, and you don't get double taxed. How long is the train ride from Connecticut to New York? Yeah, I mean, it depends on where in Connecticut, but like again, the Metro North train line here is pretty good, and so like if you live like right outside the city in Connecticut, you know, you could have yourself a pretty good like 30-minute commute. But again, I guess it kind of depends where in Connecticut. You know, this news from the Telegraph News explaining an English family moved to Italy for 6 months and disappointed after knowing that the local didn't speak English. Yeah. Oh man, that's kind of silly. All right. Look at that, look at that. Okay, so we might even be able... Yeah, look at that. We can lower taxes back to normal. This is good. All right, in the end, I'm glad we did this. Now, we do need to get money flow into the investment pool a little better. Maybe if we can get to interventionism off of agrarianism. Yeah, because that negative 25% capitalist investment pool contribution efficiency, not ideal. Where are we in terms of... Oh, we finally have... this. So let's build that up. Yep, we have this. Are we ever going to get this tech? Less than 1 day left, finally. Speaking of tax, the Mamdani new tax make many people upset. The rich billionaire have to pay property tax of their 70 million condo in the center of Manhattan. Yeah. Oh, finally we got this. No, it's even... Ooh. Oh boy. Alright, let's call these guys back in. We're gonna need both armies going, but we don't need conscripts. It's even dumber than that. The tax is on people's second luxury home. There's actually like a huge problem here in New York City where there are people who don't live in New York, own these massive luxury apartments, and the apartments sit empty like all year. And so we have all this like empty space, but they're paying tons of money raising the rent in all the neighborhoods. And so now they're going to start like taxing these people to either pay, you know, actually pay money towards the city or give up the apartment. Because that's the other problem, is their apartments sit empty. So it's not even like they're in the neighborhood, you know, frequenting the businesses and stuff like that. So it's really ridiculous. And so I fully support, you know, that. We'll do that. I fully support that tax. Oh, hey, Jabba, what's up? What's up? Good to see you. Good to see you. He called it investment home rights, something like that. Yeah, investment homes. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They own it so that the property value goes up and then they can sell it for a profit. And then, but the place just sits empty and all it does is mess up the local economy. Yes, I use meter. Who the hell uses measurement system? Yeah. I don't know. I don't think I know what you mean there. Welcome, Ham is winning. Don't worry. 4. Yeah, 4 now. We got a little dicey there for a second. Ah, Bohemia is out. So we have got that. So now we just need to take... Bavaria here. Aw, I should have freed Austria for Super Frank. What was I thinking? I'm sorry, Super Frank. Now that I realize I should have done that. But Ham, taxing billionaires is communist. Yeah, I know, right? Oh no. Oh no, what will happen? What will happen if people can't have multi-million-dollar empty apartments and raise the price for everybody living here? The king himself has officially opened the University of Moravia. Academia is beginning to flourish in Saxony. Excellent. Yeah, we'll take the progress toward empiricism. Oh yeah, I like the new CK3 update, but my save is kind of screwed. I hope yours is safe from the update. Oh yeah, oh. I didn't think of that. There was an update that came out with it. Oh, I gotta double check. Yeah, we haven't talked about the CK3 news. The new chapter coming out. Man, I am super excited for a trade system in Crusader Kings 3. Ooh, look at our money. Wait, what happened here? I am very, very excited for that. Ooh. Okay. We gotta make some quick work of this. I bought it right away. Yeah, I still need to buy it. I need to buy it and then... Oh, this is what happened. Ooh. We got a ton... Okay, we got a ton of construction sectors that we can't afford. So ours are up here. We're going to disband all of these things, because... Yikes. Alright, there we go. That's what happened. I forgot. So let's start incorporating. Shame on me, but I was so excited. No, I'm gonna buy it too. Only reason why I didn't was because I was working yesterday, and then by the time I got home, it kind of slipped my mind. But I think that's what I'll be doing later today. You can always roll back the edition of the game, finish your save, and then start a new one if it really messes it up that much. Now, what's going on here? Oh, we're hiring up. Okay. To be fair, taxing the rich is pointless, but taxing their property is more fair since their condo and land can't move elsewhere. I mean, why not tax both? It is never pointless to tax the... Well, the problem here is that we don't tax them anything. And so that's the problem. The other thing, too, is corporate taxes. Corporations in this country get away with, like, paying nothing. I trade my camels for your land. Yes, good deal. No. What do you mean you attack me? Yeah, I know, right? I actually never thought we would see a trade system in CK3. It's one of the things... I love CK3, obviously. But one of the things I've always kind of been... I've wished there was is more of, like, an economy. And now it seems like we're going to get the beginnings of it. Jürgen Hirschfeld, leader of the Kleinberger, has made a remarkable play for power in the capital in order to secure a spot for the Kleinberger within the government. However, it's not entirely clear if they should be rewarded for their novel tactics. At the moment, I don't mind the petite bourgeoisie being more powerful, so we will take that. They changed the way your domain limit works. Yeah, I gotta look into that more. I watched the video and I saw that they talked about it, but I don't know the actual specifics of it. So pretty much your domain limit should be lower. All of a sudden I had like 5 less domain, and of course the money problem that comes with it. Oh, the domain thing came with the free update yesterday. I saw somebody on Reddit talking about it. Uh-oh. The Holy Roman Empire wants us to transfer our South American holding there. We cannot take them on right now. Oh, wait, although... So we have a defensive pact with the North Sea Empire and Poland-Lithuania. So if they attack us... We have quite a few people on our side. I guess the question is, will they actually come to our aid? Let's take a save. Because for a second I was like, yeah, they can just take that land. I don't care. But we have these defensive pacts. Let's decline. So what I would like is to take Westfalen and complete our state here. So we'll set that as our primary war goal. Actually, do we have a claim? No, we do not. We create a lot of infamy, a lot of additional infamy. Poland, Lithuania. The North Sea Empire doesn't want to. Oh. Oh, we can sway them with war goals. Oh, with independence. Ooh. Yeah, why not? Let's add them in. Oh, and probably the same thing here, right? Savoy. Okay. Huh. This might be beneficial to us. So taxing the rich directly, they just move their money, but confiscating their land and property that can't be moved is more strategically beneficial and strangling. Well, I don't want to confiscate land. We're not talking about confiscating land and property. We're just talking about taxes. Confiscating land and property is much different than taxes. That doesn't mean I'm not in favor of taxing the rich or the royal. Perfectly sane. All right, yeah, let's... Well, hold on. So that'll take 20 maneuvers. So that'll be 40. We'll probably need about 20 here. That'll be 60. Okay. Yeah, let's do that. Let's sway them in here. Oh, now Savoy doesn't want to. Oh, and now the North Sea Empire is interested. Well, this is a different story. Although this is, you know, now we have no money. We're so close to taking this war goal, though. All right, we are at the 2-hour mark. So we do have to take a quick 90-second break and pay homage to the gods of ads here. So 90 seconds, and we will be right back. All right, and we're back, and we're back. Perfect time to save scum. Yeah, I did it right before we declined their offer here. Place, are you fortunate enough to travel around to different islands like Tudor? Yeah. Oh, it would be expensive. Oh, that's too bad. All right. We need to put somebody on the front line here. Oh, we just took this. Okay. They only have 5k there. I don't think we can afford to call in conscripts. So now, what was that other... Oh, yeah. Over here. You know what? We're gonna have to. We need soldiers. What are we researching now? Oh! And we never, I got the wood. Oh, now of course we have tons of wood. So let's do sawmills. What was meant as a routine speech about the merits of professional army by Jürgen Hirschfeld has quickly devolved into a public relations disaster for the Kleinberger. Yeah, we'll take the setback, take 10%. What's our military goods looking like now? Okay, well, why aren't we... Come on, people. Alright. Let's get this hired up. Do we not have peasants here? We got plenty of peasants. Come on. Hire that up. Alright, so now... Yeah, call in ally, although... Yeah. So we'll call you in as an ally. And then we'll call you in as an ally. All right. And then we have 15 maneuvers left. How much of our buildings do they own? 3 buildings. What's some money? I don't want to go too infamous here, so like... Yeah, we can do that. Go take the money. Oh, man, I can't believe right at the get-go we're up to 90 infamy. I don't normally do this. I swear I don't normally do this. I managed to patch Bali in the island next door. Oh, nice. FYI, the ticket plane for my city to Tudor or Papa is the same ticket from New York to Cali or Hawaii. Wow. See, that's expensive. Oof. That is expensive. Warmonger, right? Whoopsies. Oh, Aquitaine. I don't know if we're going to be able to help you. Sorry, everybody. We're going to have to go to high taxes. And tax the liquor. Because this might get expensive. Look at this. My company, what is happening? You're missing out on all this stuff. Speaking of which, how are they doing? All right, they're moving up there. See, maybe I should have given them investment rights. But they're not getting enough of the private construction yet to build 5 levels in the Holy Roman Empire, which they would need in order to start a regional HQ. And I would rather them build here. So yeah, doing the investment rights thing probably not the best for us right now. Oh yeah, I also have to pin the rest of our... I can't believe we're about to go after the Holy Roman Empire without general training. YOLO, right? You only live once, and the time that we're living is 1741. Oh yeah, so we're supposed to declare a rivalry with Sweden. Well, let's do that when the war is over here. You watch the news, or a student got arrested after joking about Netanyahu. No, where was that? All right. Hey, perfect timing. One war ends, another begins. Good, and they're going to the front. Ah, here we go. And a moderate. Oh, excellent. Okay, so what we're going to do is we'll add this guy here. This defensive guy... Do we have any more conscripts to call in? We do. Okay. Oops. So we're going to create a National Guard unit. We'll have this guy start a new army. We'll call these guys in as line infantry. It'll all be infantry. Let's give them mobilization options. Excellent. All right. And so you'll stay... No. I would like you guys to not be on the front. Well, we'll see how that goes. Don't get arrested, people. It's not productive. Yeah. Yeah, this is true. Very true. Well, we have no boats in case there's any... the Holy Roman Empire tries to naval invade here. But I imagine the North Sea Empire, yeah, is the top navy. So hopefully they're ready to protect that. Now, poor Aquitaine here. Oh, what, or any other... Did anybody else add war goals in? No, interesting. Our allies did not add any in. Okay. In Florida, a 23-year-old female student got arrested yesterday for joking about Netanyahu. Wow. It is crazy times we live in, after all. Oh, our you know, I kind of forgot about our convoys. Well, wait, yeah, what are you guys doing? Oh, yeah, our port connection over there. I didn't think about that. We need some boats. All right. All right, good. Our company's going to build more. That's good. The land of the free people. Well, I wouldn't exactly describe Florida like that. Florida is like its own thing. Ooh, okay. Can we possibly lower taxes here so that we're not on high taxes? Yeah. We'll see how long we can get away with that. All right. So... where's... why wouldn't Bohemia be on this list? Oh, is that not part of the lands for German unification? I assumed it would be. Well, okay. I mean, I guess we should take more of Bavaria, but how... wait. How is this not? The land of the free crocodiles. Yeah, now, that is Florida. That's who rules the land there. Is the mid-US like Wyoming or just desert with cattle and cowboy? Well, not desert. It's all plains. But yeah, I mean, it's largely, it's not as densely populated. The middle portion of the country is like very much not densely populated. It's interesting when you look at a population map of the United States, the vast majority of the country is located around cities. Which is why the whole electoral college thing really has messed up a lot of our election processes. Now, why are we getting this? From literacy. Oh, we're getting throughput to the construction sector from literacy. Now that is interesting. That's new to the mod. The population in Wyoming, I read, is less than my district city. Yeah, I mean, it's very low there. It's largely agricultural, that state. Yeah, this is because construction workers now read instructions and follow them. I don't think that ever happens. That's hilarious. Yeah. Now they're reading instruction manuals. Imagine. At least they managed to name a dreadnought battleship after their city. Yeah, that's true, right? Always look on the bright side of things. Uh-oh. We gotta stay ahead of the curve, people. We also... okay, so now we're working on the arms industry, which would be good. We have a deficit of about 69 of them. How many does one arms industry make? 30. Damn, we actually need like 2 of them. Well, let's try to get some of these imported. Yeah, Wyoming and Utah feel out of place in the U.S. map. Wait, what do you mean by out of place? You mean in terms of like population? I mean, Utah at least has a major U.S. city. Salt Lake City is a major city. I mean, why they need to make them a state when both of these state populations less than Manhattan? Well, Manhattan is abnormally large. Manhattan is just way too many people in Manhattan. But I mean, no, Utah has Salt Lake City. Salt Lake City is a major city. I mean, it hosted the Olympics, the Winter Olympics. Yeah, well, Wyoming, on the other hand, though, yeah, very low population. That, I don't think the number of population is really what would dictate, should dictate what is and isn't a state. It's more like, it's like what would dictate a country, you know, like the people itself that are there. A lowborn man has risen as the popular leader of the intelligentsia, with some not so pleased by such social mobility. So let's see what we got with the current guy. So he's a moderate. He's given political strength. -2 opposition interest group approval. Well, let's go with it, because this guy's a moderate. Maybe we'll get a good ideology out of it. Nope, we got a better mustache. So 5% political group strength, pretty much. So we lose the -2 opposition interest group approval. So didn't do much for us. It didn't hurt us though. All right, here we go. Ooh. All right, we're starting to fall back here. Yeah, we totally lost Aquitaine. Sorry, guys. But that's that many soldiers that are not fighting against us now. Now, why would my generals just leave this little plot of land? I guess we're going after it now, but we're not really doing all that well. Yeah. Where else do we have some battles going? Poland, come on. How are our supply of horses? Look at that. We're still doing well with horses, even using it as the input good there. So we're doing prospecting. Yeah, we're nowhere near the tech that we need. What are, oh yeah, what war goals did they end up adding in? So transfer that. I suppose I would be willing to white peace out of this. Oh, did we lose these states now? Yeah, we don't fully control them. What happened? Oh, you know what happened? Yeah, they had troops down here in Aquitaine. They finished there, now they're back up here. That's what happened. So Aquitaine is out. Well, I wonder if we can try to grind them down a little bit. Let's set you guys to defensive. we'll just keep these guys going on offense, and we'll try to grind some of these soldiers down. I mean, the representation a bit wacky when state like Wyoming or Utah have the same Senate seat as a state like Missouri. I'm not saying it's wrong, it's just wacky and out of place. No, it is a bad thing. The problem isn't that they're a state. The problem is they get the same number of Senate seats. That's the problem. I think that system is now proving it to be more detrimental. Like, basically, someone in Wyoming's vote counts more than someone like in California or New York. Ah, here we go. Good job, Poland. Okay. Let's hear our guys yell for joy. This way to listen to the other one in the other battle. Yeah, there you go. Now let's see how the Polish are doing over here. Ah, law progress to assent. Oh. I didn't think that... We're gonna lose a whole bunch of conscripts if this passes. I forgot about that. So what are we getting on peasant levies? 75. Okay, so we're gonna lose about 39 conscripts. That, I guess that's not so bad, but we're already hurting. The one benefit, though, will be we're currently getting plus 10% morale loss, and we'll basically get a 20% swing, because we'll lose that, and then we'll gain a negative 10% morale loss. So it might be beneficial. Well, that many meat bag will be free. Wait, what is that? I don't know what that means. Oh, this National Guard unit actually kind of sucks. I'm gonna roll these guys into the main army. Aw, what is this? The Czech national movement. Come on, guys. Can you do this at another time? Well, they want culture exclusion. I guess we can always go for that and appease them. Meat bag, meat shield, walker body bag. Oh, the conscripts. Yeah, basically, yeah, that's what they are. Oh, and you know, actually, I didn't even think of it. So most of our conscripts are irregular infantry anyway. So yeah, more to your point, they are kind of walking meat bags. Oh, there's a little bit of iron input for the irregular infantry? That's weird. It is a bit of a stalemate. Look at this. If we can wipe peace out of this, I would also take that. Because originally, I was just going to give in to the demands and we lose this, but then we don't lose anything. All right, let's get that extra thing going. Why use sword or spear? Of course you need iron for that. Or they use sword or spear. No, well, I asked that because irregular infantry normally doesn't have any input or upkeep. I think this is from the mod. Irregular infantry is always the lowest level of infantry, and so there's no input to it. But I think this is different from the mod here. Because why would it have this? Unless there's something to do with mobilization options. I don't think so. Ah, look at this. Oh, look at this. Okay, so we're getting massive swings on this. So we should keep an eye on it. Well, this is more realistic since you can't just expect conscripts to own quality sword. Yeah, that's kind of true, I guess. But in terms of gameplay, like there are countries that don't have any access to iron. And so is this going to be the case that you can't have any military units if you don't have access to iron? A group of students attending the university in Brunswick have arranged a demonstration in support of the absolutist movement. The display has inspired other students to join the cause. I would rather not give pop traction to the absolutist movement. Yeah, we'll take this for now. I haven't looked... Yeah, we have really bad loyalist to radical ratio. It's mainly because we've had such high taxes for so long. Oh, well, we can actually afford to lower it now, so that's good. Revolutionary sympathizers have begun to agitate for anti-government causes in the barracks in Moravia. Let's do that. And then another thing we're going to do is, since we do have these guys set on offense, let's have you guys go after the war goal. Because if we can take that, that'll help us get closer to a white peace here. Yeah, look, we are kind of swinging towards that. Alright, and we'll let these guys start advancing as well. This might surprise many people, but the best weapon in the world until today is just a dude with pointy long stick. I don't know, I think it's been a long time since the pointy stick was the best weapon. I think the pointy stick was the best weapon for a larger number of years in human history. I think it's been a long time since the stick prevailed. Now, why is your productivity so bad? Yeah, because the fabric is still so expensive. And why is your productivity so bad? Oh. Oh, you know, I keep forgetting too, we have fertilizer. Oh, poop on me, man. Okay, let's start utilizing the fertilizer. Oh, wait, yeah, we can't. We need intensive agriculture. Oh, man, we really need to get to that. That's what we're trying to get to. Alright, we have them down to 12. Ah, we have professional army. Yeah, let's get to per capita taxation. Just thinking about this, it costs 3 times the time to train peasants to use boomstick, 7 times time to train peasant with bow, but pointy stick just give them stick and stabby stab. Well, I also don't know what are the actual statistics on training with that, but in terms of the pointy stick, I mean, you know, you had firearms back in, like, I mean, it's been hundreds of years that we've had firearms in some kind. So I think the pointy stick day is passed a long time ago. The direct general Ludwig de Greif has begun to make threatening moves towards seizing power over Saxony. He's backed by a faction of the aristocracy. Who is this? A moderate. Why does he care of us passing per capita taxation? I guess the aristocracy doesn't like it. Let's see, what's their tax preferences here? They have none. Damn it, buddy. I don't have time for this. Ooh, he's gaining quite a lot. All right, who's the coolest commander here? We're gonna send this guy off. We'll give you 1 conscript. Ah, an open... Oh, look at this. He's got to be authoritarian. Yeah, but we really need it. Alright, and you... Oh, we'll send you... Why can't I send him over here? Oh, the Togo front? Ah, that is where you need to go, my friend. You're going to the Togo front. Bye-bye. We'll see how your rebellion works now. Let's see. The coup strength. Our cougars, we're still not doing well with it, though. Oh. It's on pause. I'm at work, but they planned way too many people for an early weekday. Oh no. So I gotta work at half an hour, and then I can watch for an hour. Oh, nice, nice. Okay. So we still got a little bit of an issue there. General Ludwig de Greif has become aware of the state's efforts to reduce the amount of military forces available to him. He has accused the government of recklessly meddling in military affairs. Yeah, we'll take this. Sorry, my guy. But you are the weakest link. Goodbye. General getting assigned with meat bags on missions. Seems textbook how to remove certain general. Yeah, like firing the general that told you not to attack. Yes, the Middle East front. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Problem is, if we fire him, we get kind of like a 50-50-ish RNG event. Dissidents in Bohemia have announced plans for a major march on government offices in the near future. While they profess peaceful intentions and claim everyone will be unarmed, the march itself will obviously serve as a rallying point for those unhappy with the government. Yeah. We took more radicals. Oh, well, oh, well. You know, I feel like they are not sending us any soldiers here. It's mainly just Poland, Lithuania. A newspaper called the Saxony Evening News has printed a bigoted article about the Ashkenazi people living there. We can suppress the article, or we can let it be released. Ooh. Yeah, we'll take the standard of living hit. Man, we just need more people. We just need more people. Oh, we got the extra small arms factory here. Oh, so actually no, we don't need to subsidize it at the moment. And we can take the subsidy off of that for now. Ah, man. Okay. You know what? I'll set these guys with the objective here, too. Okay. Oh, you know... so stupid sometimes. Oh, you know, I didn't look through all of these. Encourage almsgiving. Oh, look at this. Promote the giving of donations to the Orthodox Church and skim a little off the top. Oh, look at that. That's cool. Consecrate Metropolitan Bishop. Empower a prominent local bishop with the authority to exert direct control over his episcopal see. All right, so let's take some of these off. And let's get some enlistment efforts going. And now... Actually, yeah, and now let's subsidize the arms industry, and we're going to add more people to this defensive unit. Oh no, that's... Sorry, not them. Oh, that's right, we don't have the defensive one anymore. Well, we have the artillery. Yeah, we're exporting a lot, which means... Let's upgrade, and let's add some conscripts. How many can we add? We have 44 here. Oh, yeah, we can add a lot. So that gives them 14, 24. Yeah, add a whole bunch of artillery. And then let's take these guys and maximum tariffs on the export. And that'll raise us up some extra cannons. Yeah, raise our offensive score here. Ah, they want to white piece it. Haha. Yeah, I'll take that. Let's get out of this. Excellent. So, in the end, we don't lose our land over here, which will be beneficial to us in terms of mobilization options. So, yay, 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 yay. Amaze, amaze, amaze. Good news, Ham, the glorious golden fleet of America, the Trump-class battleship budget. Yeah, already approved Congress. Oh, interesting. Okay. Congress will do anything except fixing the daily life of Americans. Yeah, I mean, this is true. This is true, and that's the problem. Alright. Let's lower taxes slightly. Now, oh, God, we never declared interest. Whoops. Okay, so let's take this off. Let's put the social mobility back on. We can take... the mobilization options off. Or not the, I mean the taxes. We'll keep them on the luxury goods, though. We're gaining a lot of money. Oh, so really what we need to be doing now... Oh, we got a lot. Oh, my God. Okay. Let's tariff the export. We're going to move to iron frame buildings, and we're going to build 2 more construction sectors. There we go. All right. Not bad, not bad. What do we... We've got some devastation, I think. Oh, no. Ah, coal has been discovered in Brunswick. Nice. So now we got coal there. Okay. Need that company to start building. Our investment pool's looking much better, though. All right, so now we can get back to business. Oh, and then, yeah, let's declare some interests. What do we have? Holy Roman Empire is embargoing us? Yeah, fine. And then we'll declare an interest here. Ordered to violently suppress a popular riot in Brno. A battalion of the Moravia garrison has refused their orders, claiming that the execution of such a command would run contrary to the laws of men and God alike. Yeah, so now we can start focusing on this Czech national movement. Okay. Probably will get devastation, but we'll lower this by 5. Okay, so they're at militant. Well, if we can just get per capita taxation done, we might go for cultural exclusion. Ah, law stalled. Well, yeah, we have no support for it, though. So there is that. You know, we're also so far from pan-nationalism in terms of doing some German unification. Yeah, legislative failures. So we start back up at 5%. So the intelligentsia of the evangelical church. Nope. Okay. This is good, so at least we're not getting radicals anymore. And let's negotiate with the church. The evangelical church pour only their best vintage and smoke only their finest tobacco during a polite discussion with government representatives about per capita taxation. Oh, actually, yeah, let's improve the lives of the common people. It's less than 1 point. It's 0.9. We'll promise to do that. You jinxed it. It's very possible. I've been known to do such things. Oh, and now declare rivalry with Sweden, sure. We'll finish that up. Lobby demand done. Oh yeah, the coup. Okay. So this dude. We can't send you over here? But we'll send you over there. See what that does to you. There we go. Now he's far away from the capital. That's what we like to see. All right, and we're gaining some money back, which is good. Interest rate's 13%. It's not horrible. It's not great either, though. I generally think the debt is safe when you're at 10% or lower. I mean, so the thing is, we can take debt now at 13%. It's not the end of the world, but we don't really want to, like, lean into it. What's this? Wales and the North Sea Empire. Oh, interesting. Okay. Oh, these guys are losing money, huh? Okay, what's our goods at? Need a lot of iron. Tools and fabric. Okay. We can do steel tools, but we don't steel. All right, sorry, universities. Oops, no. I don't want the sugar plantation yet. You guys are gonna move back down. We'll take the arms industry off here in case the private sector wants to build it. To be quite honest, the private sector might build that too. We'll keep everything like this. Ambitious middle strata citizens are opposing per capita taxation on the grounds that when they inevitably become wealthy capitalists, they will be excessively taxed. No, we don't want to add this short-term tax cuts. We'll add this. Let's see. These guys are at 96. We can just get through per capita taxation before they possibly get to 100. I mean, we could take this revolution, but I also worry about people joining in. For a pacifist, you sure do love Warham. Yeah, video games in real life, much different. Mobs have surrounded an arsenal in Bohemia, threatening to seize the arms and munitions stored within, while the guards are staving off attacks for now. If no relief is sent, then the arsenal will fall to insurrectionists. There we go. Yeah. I'm a real life pacifist. Video game moderate. I generally think, though, I'm very hesitant to go to war in this game, at least compared to many other players I've seen play. I think I sometimes don't go to war enough. Though, yeah, clearly not in this series. Today, I've spent a lot of war. We're at 69 infamy here. Stay focused, my friends. Alright, there we go. Now we need this to start progressing. We are getting 12% enactment time, which is good. So yeah, we need more iron here. All right. Well, now we're losing money. Yeah, war. This is not a war. It's a special military operation involving taking land from the opposing country to our own benefit. Yeah, exactly. This use of our military and weapons, that's not war. What? War? This is just a military operation. Oh, yeah. What? How is that different from war? How is that different from war? It's totally different. In war, Congress votes on it. And Congress didn't vote on this one. So clearly it's a military operation. I think that's how that works. Yeah, make money, not war. Yeah, that should be the tagline of Victoria 3. Make money, not war. By the way, hello there. Ball Bill. Hey, Ball Bill, how are you? Yeah, that should be the tagline for this game. Make money, not war. Isaias von Nizuchowski has suddenly died while drafting legislation for the per capita taxation law. Who's this guy? Oh, the leader of our armed forces. Okay. No, we'll take the plus 10% chance here. So who's going to be leading now? A royalist. That's not so bad for us at the moment. Okay. By the way, do you know Vietnam War is not a war in name technically? Yeah, I know. That all the ways we try to weasel out of war. It's operation of preserving allied forces or something. Yeah. Also Korean War, yeah, that's not a war. That's a policing action of Korea backed by the UN. Yeah. Exactly. It's like your sports team never loses if anytime they actually lose, that wasn't a game, that was a practice. Yeah, exactly. It's still military action. I mean, it's just like, to be clear, the Iran war is an illegal war. Like many things in the United States right now, the problem is there's no party willing to press it. It is actually against the law. like many things that are happening right now. But if nobody enforces the law, then there is no law. So it's ridiculous. The barracks in Meissen have been reporting a large number of mysterious losses of firearms of late. Yeah, we can afford to lose some happiness from the Stratocrats. Also, Korean War. Oh yeah, back by the yeah. Iraq. That's not a war. That's a special operation containment to seize WMDs. Exactly. That was one of the most what do you call it? Egregious ones. The Iraq War. Although this one is right up there. Now everybody here in Russia calls it war anyway. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, like let's just call it what it is, right? It's a war. It's a war. It's two countries' militaries fighting each other. I don't know what else you would call that. Especially since the president said blatantly in a speech, I'm not allowed to call it a war, so I'm going to call it a military operation. And it's just ridiculous. It's all a farce. With devastating consequences. The only war the US ever did is the Afghan War. Well, I mean, any of the wars we were on the winning side that we consider a war. So like World War I, World War II, we consider a war. Like that's the only legitimate war. I don't know, I think fighting in World War I and World War II was pretty legitimate. Factories in Bohemia have been reported to be placing Czech people into roles with incredibly poor work conditions, owing to their status as second-class citizens in Saxony. So yeah, the Kleinberger can afford to lose some happiness. So we'll take that. The performance of an opera with nationalist revolutionary themes at an upcoming festival is being openly associated with the Czech secession movement by its proponents. Can we lose 5% bureaucracy right now? We can. Oh, or we could change the secession 15% and not get any radicals. We'll do that. Some economists said Russia will recover only after 20 years of peace. Yeah, that'll be quite a long time. That's the problem with war. It's devastating. The US economy, I think, will probably take that long after what's happening right now with Iran. Wait, I'm wrong. The Afghan war is not a war. It's a fight against terrorists, but still, legally wise, it's a war since it triggered the Article 5, yeah. Well, we're at our stopping point for this morning session here. Made some good progress so far, though. And a very interesting mod so far. The only time in human history Article 5 was enacted was after 9/11. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, we made some good progress here. We're going to continue this tonight in our evening session. So we'll continue playing as Saxony, try to expand, get closer to some German unification, even though we might not reach it. But yeah, we're going to continue this tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern. So that's in 7 hours from now. So whatever time zone everybody is in. But this is a fun mod. I like this. And there's so much more to like get out of it and dive in. So I'm glad I have the evening session tonight to try this out, like, or to continue this again, because it's very cool so far. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for chatting, guys. Ball Bill Laplace, always good, always good. Anybody else who's still on there, thank you, thank you. Oh, hey! Dark Star, hello, hello. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Very much appreciated. But yeah, that'll be it for today. I keep saying today. It's gonna be it for this session. Hopefully I'll see everybody tonight. Yeah, have a nice day, Ball Bill. Exactly. But yeah, hopefully I'll see everybody tonight. Well, I don't know why I'm finding it so hard to do an outro on this. I'm just gonna sit here and say, so I hope everybody has a good day for like 8 more minutes. Anyway, thank you for watching, everybody. Hopefully I'll see you tonight. And as always, be awesome, my friends. I'll see you next time.